drop.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Rapid, and it's been a while since I've made a video, so I thought I'd just quit dragging my ass and actually come through for you guys and make this video. This one is going to be about the pilots and the different weapons that they use. So before I start, I want to say thank you to you guys for all the support. It seems like you guys really like the Titanfall videos, so I'm going to keep those going. And if you could please help me out by dropping a like and a favorite for the information I'm gonna give you guys, that would be awesome and it would help me out a lot, and I appreciate it. So basically we're gonna be talking about the pilot's weapons. Now for this video there isn't as much variety because in the preview so far there's only been so many weapons that we've only been able to see. And some of the weapons only come up for just a quick second, so I try to go into as much detail as I can just for what little information that there actually is available. So the first gun we have here is the gun that is seen probably the most in any of the previews. So far for primaries, all we've seen is this R101 assault rifle, and I assume that they're going to be bringing in more primary weapons. I mean, I don't assume that they're gonna base the entire game off of just this primary weapon. That would be kind of silly. The game is still early in development and they're probably still developing all the other primaries that they're likely to be using. There's gonna be a lot more information about that coming out in due time, so make sure you're subscribed for updates for when those come out. But for now, it's safe to say the R101 rifle seems very useful for sort of the world that Titanfall is set in. We're seeing very large scale maps, but also a lot of sort of close quarters areas as well. From what I've seen so far, this gun works great long range and short range, it doesn't matter. And even under the right circumstances, it can be used to take down a Titan. Another great thing about this gun is that it comes with tons of ammo. As we can see here, as soon as you spawn in at the beginning of the game, you have 30 rounds in a clip and 9 clips at the beginning of the match. Not to mention that there's probably going to be plenty of ammo drops all around you. The world is going to be very heavily populated with NPCs or non-player characters, so it's going to be very much like the story mode of a shooter game, and that you have to shoot all of these NPCs. So those extra 9 clips are really going to come in handy. One thing I don't think a lot of people noticed is that there are a few different places on the actual gun where you can actually look to check how much ammo you have left in your clip. So this could be good if you're the kind of player who constantly needs updates on how much ammo you have left, when do you need to reload, you know, that sort of stuff. The next most used guns we can see in these previews is called the Sidewinder AT-SMR. It's basically a rocket launcher. It comes with 10 rockets in the actual clip, and it comes with about 7 extra clips. As we can see, people will mostly be using this for taking down Titans, but something that sort of bugs me, and I'm sure that they're gonna find some way to nerf it in just the right way, but what sort of bugs me is the possibility of people just spamming the SMR all over the place and just getting noob tube kills like crazy. If you don't know, Titanfall is basically made by the same people who made Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Now Modern Warfare 2 was especially infamous for having noob tubes out the ass. So part of me wants to believe there's no way they'll make that mistake again, but you never know. I personally think that they must have learned from their mistake. They got a lot of flack for Modern Warfare 2, so I'm hoping that they've learned from that experience. Here we can see one interesting way of using the Sidewinder by actually ejecting yourself onto an enemy Titan, damaging it by shooting at internal parts and then taking out your Sidewinder to finish it off. So these next two aren't seen as much in the demos, and we only have one clip for each gun where people are actually using this. So hopefully as time goes on and more gameplay is released, we'll get to see more about what these weapons do, but for now this is the best that we have, the best information that we have. First we have the satchel, which is basically a satchel charge. It seems pretty standard, pretty similar to any satchel charge in most video games, or C4 in Call of Duty if you're a COD player. We can actually see this guy sort of baiting the enemy around the corner and using the satchel charge to sort of lay a trap for him. As soon as he walks past, he's pretty much done. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely gonna be setting traps all over the place. I love to sort of set traps for people when I play these sort of games. When I played Call of Duty, I was all about, you know, claymores and bouncing betties, and I know a lot of people don't like them, but it's really useful and you can find some really interesting ways to outsmart people with them. Not to mention that you can probably use it in some way, depending on how many you actually get. You can probably use them to take down Titans as well. So on one hand, you're able to use it to sort of set traps for enemy pilots that might be walking around, or you can also use it to possibly set traps for Titans that might be walking past a certain area, and then you just sort of detonate it and boom, there. Alright, now this last one is probably the coolest thing that I've seen so far. It is called the Smart Pistol, as we can see there, and I don't know that this is everything that it can do. It might be able to do more, but it seems, just from what I can see here, it's locking onto enemy targets and sort of has a smart aiming ability where it tracks those targets and takes them out. As we can see, after he uses the gun, he's missing exactly 3 bullets. So this is actually a very effective way of taking out a lot of enemies. Like I said, there are going to be a lot of NPCs all over the map, so this would be a really effective way to sort of take out a lot of NPCs not using very many bullets. I imagine that this is going to be probably a relatively high level weapon, unlocked at probably a much later level. Either way, I can't wait to unlock it and just spray through armies of enemies. Alright, so that's it for now. Thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe to stay tuned for my next video. I think the next one will be about probably the abilities of the Titans or the abilities of the pilots or something along those lines. Thanks again for watching. Tell me what you think. Peace.